The primary focus of this video is going to be on this bracket kit from BCD Design in Paris, France. The bracket allows you to mount the QuadLock system not to your handlebars, but to your gauge cluster, which is much more stable. Instead of mounting to your handlebars, which are constantly moving around, you can mount your phone up safely behind your windscreen, out of the way. With the bracket, you can then mount the QuadLock adapter, which allows you to use any of the QuadLock accessories, including this vibration damper, this universal clip mount, and in this instance, I've got the QuadLock iPhone case, which I'll be using. You can see that's going to let me put the phone right behind the windshield, where it's not going to be catching as much air noise, as much road noise. Unfortunately, this company, BCD Design in Paris, does not ship directly to the United States. I tried to bribe them. They would not do it. But they did give me the name of a eBay retailer that is based in France that could do that for me. They are called Motodak, M-O-T-O-D-A-K. And you can find them on eBay. I'll put a link in the comments or in the description. And Motodak will order from BCD and then forward it to your address, wherever you're at. I think I ended up paying about 19 bucks for this piece when you itemize things out. The first thing you have to do is remove the windshield, because the angle of the windshield will prevent you from drilling the holes to mount the bracket properly. To do that, you've got to remove these little cover brackets that cover up the mounting screws, and they are held into place with these are little plastic hex head inserts that just basically lock in here. So you give it about a half turn counterclockwise with the hex wrench, and that pops out, and then this piece, it has to slide up This is also, by the way, how you move your windshield to the upper position. There's two positions that it can set in. You've got these lower mounting holes or the upper mounting holes. I've got this in the upper position right now. And to remove the windshield, you've got these Phillips head screws. You've got 4 Phillips head screws. You remove the 4. This is the bracket here that you move. You've got mounting points here for the lower position for the windshield. You would remove these 2 and then these 2 and move this bracket down to this position, and the same with the other side. This is the upper position here. It's about 3 inches, 2.5, 3 inches higher. We've covered the windscreen removal and the adjustment of the height of the windshield. So next we want to place the bracket, center it on the gauge cluster, and mark it where we're going to drill it. Because of the black surface, I used a white Sharpie paint pen to mark the points I'm going to drill the holes. You want to start out by using a small drill bit, like a 1/16 inch, That way the bit won't walk around. It'll just make it a lot easier. And gradually increase the size of the hole, step up to 1/4 inch, so on and so forth. The final size opening that you want to have is a 9.5 millimeter or 3/8 inch. So your final drill bit that you'll use is a 3/8 inch drill bit. I think I'm going to put the camera down to drill that last hole. In SAE, standard sizes 3/8 is 9.5 millimeters right on the button. So your final hole, 3/8 inch drill bit. Once you've got all three of your 9.5 millimeter or 3/8 inch holes drilled, it's time to insert the 3 threaded rubber nutserts into the holes. Okay. Put the 3 little rubber nutserts in place, and now it's just a matter of mounting the bracket. This adhesive back foam gasket is included with the kit, and it gets applied to the underside of the bracket. Just peel and stick. There's that foam pad applied. You've got the foam pad installed. You want to go ahead and install the QuadLock, that proprietary QuadLock mount that's going to allow you to use anything QuadLock with this. You'll use the 2 stainless Allen head machine screws, and they've supplied 2 nylon locking nuts and washers. So you'll attach that, snug it down, and then on this front side here, they've got a little plastic spacer. That spacer goes up front here. So you got a washer on the top, spacer on the bottom, just on the front. The 2 on the sides, they just get the regular washer on the top with the machine screw to hold it down. No, there's nothing underneath except the pad. Got the mount on there. You don't want to torque it down too much and, you know, reef out those rubber nutserts that are in there. Just, you know, you tighten it down about as snug as you can get it with the hex head this way. That's what you should end up with there. Remember, you got the little plastic spacer under the front here. Here's a look at the finished product before reinstallation of the windshield. And of course, first we have the BCD bracket that's custom made for the Yamaha XmaX. And bolted to that is the QuadLock universal mount, which allows you to use any of the QuadLock products with that. A whole myriad of mounting devices that can be used in conjunction with that. In this setup, I've got the vibration damper mounted to it, and on top of that, with the little blue tab there, is the QuadLock phone mount tab. And of course, I'm using my iPhone to record this, so in the picture here, all we've got is the phone case, the empty phone case. Anyway, I'm very pleased with the results, and looking forward to trying it out here as soon as weather permits. Anyway, we'll get the window on, and here at the end of the video, I should have the dual ball mount that will allow me to gimbal the phone around, and we'll take a look at that. Well, I finally received the small pivot arm and installed it on the mount. Wanted to show you some still shots of it. I think it turned out excellent. Not only does it give me a full range of motion now with aiming my phone and placing it where I want, it raised it up out of the way, completely out of the way of the gauges. So I've got full view of the gauges. I think it turned out excellent, and just so you can see, here's what it looks like without anything on there. Just the bare mount without the phone.